You'll have this, and then this will be separate. All right, guys. I've got taken off my gloves, washed my hands, got new gloves on. So when I look at my orders, it tells me that my patient has a continuous primary infusion. That's this one that's going, it's normal saline, and it's infusing at 100 an hour. Then it tells me that I need to give Kefsol 1 gram. It's gonna be mixed in 100 milliliters of normal saline, and I'm gonna give it over an hour. So I have a primary, my Kefsol is gonna be my secondary, that's gonna be my piggyback. Let me get my stuff here. But it tells me my Kefsol has to be mixed in an IV solution, okay? So I have a pre-filled syringe from my pharmacy, and I'm gonna mix it in 100 milliliters of 0.9% normal saline. So check my medicines 3 times. I'm gonna open this up, check my expirations, identify my patient. As long as I do not contaminate the end of this, I do not have to clean it. Now, if I got this out and laid it here, I'd have to take alcohol and clean the port. This is my spike port. This is my injection port, okay? So I'm gonna clean it. I'm gonna take my Kefsol 1 gram, it's labeled. I checked my expiration on both. I'm gonna push this right in. Kind of aim toward the middle. Okay, just kind of gently agitate it. Anytime I add medicine to an existing solution or I have an IV solution, it always has to be labeled. I'm going to fill out my label with my patient information. I'm going to put on here what drugs I added to my saline, which was the Kefsol. Put that on. Now I have to determine my flow rate. Got to calculate my flow rate. So I have 100 milliliters in this bag that I need to infuse over an hour. So what am I going to set my pump for? How do I do that?
You need to divide the
volume divided by time. So what's my volume?
the 100
milliliters divided by
1 hour.
1 hour. So what is that? 100 divided
100,
100. Yeah, so I'm
I
going to
was
set
thinking
my
about it, I was
pump.
like-
That's okay. You'll have a calculator. So I'm going to set my pump for 100 milliliters an hour. Now we got to hang it as a piggyback. So remember, I have a primary infusion and I have a secondary infusion. This one's empty, so it's coming down, and I'm hanging my new one.
So which one of those have to be lower or higher, whichever? Like
Primary has to be lower, secondary has to be higher. And I can always tell. So this one hooks into my, so see, this is my secondary. It's way shorter than my primary tubing. My primary tubing is going all the way to my patient. My secondary tubing is shorter, and it hooks into my primary. So that hooks into my primary tubing. So this one's secondary, it's piggybacked onto my primary. Primary always hangs lower. So I'm gonna take this, my hook that comes in my secondary tubing package, put it through, drop this one, okay? Now I'm gonna take this down, but what I have to make sure that I do is clamp this, okay? So this is open, and I wanna clamp it, because what happens when I pull this down, see how all of this starts backflowing into this? So this has got to be clamped. That way when I pull it down, it doesn't backflow. So I'm gonna take this out. I want to make sure my spike stays sterile. Turn that way for me, please, thank you. Don't contaminate your spike. This is my spike port, take off my blue cap. Push and twist. Now you want to be able to, so this is just me adding this to an existing line. You want to be able to see your drip chamber and see how this is full. Flip it upside down and just push it into your bag. Let's see if I got one. There it goes. And that way I can see my drip chamber. It's still not going. You may just squirt some of it out. push and twist. We just wanna make sure that it's only about half full, that way I can see it dripping. So I'm gonna hang this up here. I clamped it, so what do I have to do? Unclamp. My pump would be on and on hold, but it would start beeping, so I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna go into my secondary function, because this is my primary and it's set for, it's infusing at 100 an hour. I need to set my secondary. So when I go in, I've got a rate, and the previous rate was set for 150. So what did we calculate our rate to be? 100. So I'm gonna just, and I don't really care, I'm not too concerned about you all learning how to use this pump, because they're all different. But every pump, you have to have a rate and you have to have a volume. That's all you need to know. So I'm gonna hit this, and I've got it 150, but I need to change it to 100. So I've changed and it says milliliters per hour. And then I'm gonna go down, and this is where I'm gonna put my volume in. So how much is in my bag? 100. The previous volume was 1500, so I'm gonna change this to 0. 100, okay. Make sure everything is unclamped. Let's get that unclamped, and then I'm gonna hit start. I want y'all to actually see it infuse. Hang on, it's got some air in it. So I have it set for 100 an hour. Total volume to infuse is what's in my bag, 100. Got everything unclamped, start. So then I'm gonna watch, and I'm gonna make sure that it starts infusing. So it's dripping, and I'm gonna check my IV site, make sure my patient's tolerating it, it's not swollen, they're not having any pain, no complication. Questions on that? No?
I do have a,
Yeah.
so because of the primary, like, so is the primary still going?
No, the
with-
primary
so it's
stops
paused?
because it's lower.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like physics. The pump will only, unless it's a multi-chamber pump, then it can infuse multiple things, but if it's a single chamber, it stops this one infuses over an hour. When it's done, this one automatically takes back over.
That makes sense.